Okay, so last week we spoke with Chris Wright, the in-house coordinator on the Eastern Shore for the Living Legacy Foundation, about organ donation and how one person's decision to donate can save the lives of several people. In Delaware alone, more than 400 people are on a waiting list at this very moment for a new kidney. But with the increase in diabetes and high blood pressure, those numbers are expected to climb. So wouldn't it be nice if kidney disease was a thing of the past and these donations were no longer necessary? Well, that is actually the goal of the 10th annual Southern Delaware Kidney Walk. Here to tell us more are Izzy Zigman, who has a form of kidney disease. This is Izzy's mom, Tracy, who is also with us this afternoon, and Joanne Smith, who donated a kidney to a member of her church, also with us this afternoon. It's good to have you guys here with us. Thank you so much. Okay, so Izzy, let me ask you this. You were diagnosed with a kind of a kidney disease in 2014, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you tell me about it? Tell me what did you find out? What happened? What was going on?
She was only 5 years old, so as you can imagine.
Might be a little early to be asking you questions then, huh?
Just turned 5, in fact.
So, Mom, what was the deal?
Well, we had a period, she was in kindergarten, of a few weeks where she was starting to gain weight, it appeared. I thought she was going through a growth spurt. I remember being on the playground with her kindergarten teacher asking, "Do you think Izzy's gained weight?" And she also, with 3 children, said, "No, I think it's just a growth spurt." And we kind of just agreed. Yeah. Well, you know, we see your child every day. You don't see the dramatic changes. So, you know, more and more we started noticing we needed bigger clothes, and there were a lot of things changing too suddenly. So we, 3 days before Christmas, went to Longwood Gardens, had a beautiful time. The next morning we woke up. She was a little exhausted that night, more so than usual, but there's a lot of walking. Right. We woke up and you could not see the veins in her hands or her feet. You could not see the bones. She's completely swollen, like Red Flintstone feet, pretty much. Her eyeballs, she looked like she had another set, like double. Her eyes were so swollen. And gut instinct, and I think that's one of the main reasons that I'm here is, you know, we thought it was an allergic reaction. Right. Never thought it was a major organ. So we rushed to her pediatrician, and he knew her very well. We had had many episodes of different things over the years, and he took one look at her and said it's either her kidneys or her liver. And we were in shock. You know, we're a family that doesn't have, you know, kidney disease on either side, so it was definitely not what we expected. Yeah. So she was diagnosed after a day long of testing at AI DuPont Hospital in Wilmington. She was diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome, minimal change disease, which is a pretty rare disease.
What does that mean? What's happening with that?
It's basically the filtering system in her kidneys is not working the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to filter out the bad stuff and keep the good stuff. Right. And in some cases it's doing the opposite, or it's leaking out what they call protein into her urine. Okay. So she has edema, profound edema. Which was the swelling that you saw. Yes. That was the... Yes. Good. Yes. Which is often mistaken for an allergic reaction. Right.
Izzy, you look great now. How you feeling?
You smile? Pretty good? Yeah. Thumbs up.
By the way, I should say her name is Isabella. She let me call her Izzy because most people call you Izzy, right? Mm-hmm. So how is school now? You enjoying it? Yeah. Yeah? They keeping you busy?
Yeah.
You making good grades? You doing all your homework?
Just start playing.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Okay, just wanted to find out. So Tracy, how do things look from here on out?
We don't know. I think that's the scariest part, and I think one of the things, you know, from awareness building, this particular disease is very mysterious. It's idiopathic. It arises with no known cause or reason, and it could, you know, go into remission in a couple years. She could relapse. We don't know. There's not enough known today about it, which is why we need to raise more awareness, but also funds for research and to find a cause. She is medication dependent. She's been on many medications since she was 5 years old. Prednisone being the worst. If anyone's ever been on it as an adult, imagine that as a 5-year-old. And we only have one child. So when you see the behavioral changes and some of the physical changes, you don't know in cases if it's the child, the 5-year-old, the 6-year-old, or if it is the medicine. Right. And then the exterior changes. It's hard. You have kids, they stare.
Yes.
You know, very innocently, but they want to know what's wrong. And if you've seen any, you know, folks who are on prednisone, or maybe some of the pictures of Izzy, she looked very different. But yeah, she's medication managed, which we're very grateful. We have had people say it could be worse. Yes,
right.
It could always be worse. It's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
We are very grateful that she's able to be managed with medication, but we've tried to go off, and she's gone into relapse. So she has not been stable without medication at this point.
So we got a little bit to talk about here. Do you have anywhere to go? Can you stick around for a second? just hang out for a second. Okay, I want to come back to you. You don't go anywhere. Okay, just checking. All right. Joanne, I want to talk to you. Tell me your story. You donated a kidney.
I did.
Tell me the story.
So I have been a dialysis nurse with Fresenius Medical Care for 22 years now. Fresenius Medical Care is actually the largest provider of services and products. And so along my journey with Fresenius, you know, I got to know a lot of patients with kidney disease. And a big part of what I do, I'm a kidney care advocate, and I actually educate people with chronic kidney disease on what kidneys do, what options are available. And it's amazing what people don't know. It's actually frightening what people don't know.
Now, do I understand that you donated to someone from church?
Well, not exactly. I donated to one of my patients.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yep, in the northern Delaware area, we have about close to 150 patients that are doing dialysis at home. And, you know, so I do this education, and part of what I talk about is transplant. That's an option for kidney disease. And, you know, so I would go on about living donations and how you can live with one kidney. And in my mind, I thought, boy, I hope this is true. You know, I'm giving these people this information. And I was in church April of 2015, and my awesome pastor, Pastor Paul Owens in Bear, Delaware, and you know, he prays over us while we're waiting for communion. And in my head came one of my patients' names, Terry Sukina, and I knew what it meant. The next day, I called Christiana Transplant Center and said I want to be evaluated. Yeah, and so I went in and I, you know, went through the process, you know, blood testing and a total head-to-toe evaluation. And they kept saying, well, you know, you're going to have to let Terry know. And Terry had some setbacks, had been on dialysis for 6 years already, had several people try and donate a kidney, but for whatever reason, they won't let you donate a kidney if you have any risk factors whatsoever. So a lot of disappointment. So I kept saying, well, I don't want to tell him yet, because what if it doesn't go through? And I kind of really felt weird, because all of a sudden, you know, like I said, God put his name in my head, and I'm thinking people are going to think I'm out of my mind, right? So I went through the series of testing, and everything was perfect.
Wow.
And yep, so in August of 2015, they took my left kidney out that was providing me with 42% of my kidney function, left me with the 58%. He got my smaller kidney, but he's doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. And so now I can actually, when I educate people, talk to them about living donation and how needed it is. But what's really more important is the fact that people have no idea that they even have kidney disease. Yeah. So over half of diagnoses are directly related to high blood pressure and diabetes. And there are people walking around, there's no symptoms, people feel fine, and unless they are scheduled for some kind of procedure or go for a physical, they have no idea.
Probably not going to find out.
Nope.
So here are just a couple of examples of why the Kidney Foundation is so vital.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the mission of the Kidney Foundation.
Okay, so the Kidney Foundation actually provides educational services and funding for people that have kidney disease. In particular, what we like to talk about is good, healthy eating. Just with healthy eating, we could really slow down the progression of kidney disease.
Right.
And you know, people just have no idea.
You still need the money for the research,
Absolutely.
Right? So you've got an event coming up.
Yep.
To support the foundation.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right, so tell us about that.
Yeah, April 29th.
April 29th, okay.
Saturday, or
Sunday. Yep.
10 a.m. is registration, 11 a.m. is the walk at the beautiful Cape and Lopin State Park in Lewis. I did the walk last year, and it was just spectacular. When you can't beat the view. Right. And there's a short walk and a long walk. It is probably one of the most amazing 600 walkers, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goal is to raise $45,000.
So I understand exciting. Check-ins at 10.
Check-ins at 10.
Okay, it's going to be at the picnic pavilion following a brief ceremony. and a good time for all and for an extremely good cause. The walk kicks off at 11, as you said, Sunday the 29th at Cape Henlopen State Park. My goodness, what an oh, and by the way, wanted to let you know, WVOC is not only a proud sponsor, but the event's going to be emceed by our Sussex County Bureau Chief, Madeline Overturf. So the walk starts at 11 o'clock, and we will see you there?
Absolutely. Yep.
Wonderful. Izzy,
Thumbs up.
Tracy, Joanne, thank you so much for joining us today.
My
And just want to let
pleasure.
you know, by the way, too, there's one coming up in Salisbury on May 6th.
Yep.
Is that right? May 6th? Okay. You'll find more about that on delmarvalife.com. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It was nice to meet you, Izzy. I'm going to get on your good side before this day is done, I'm just saying.